I told you guys, good evening. I told you guys to, oh, sorry. Hello, good evening. I told you guys to work on form before today. I don't know if you have gone over that, just for you to familiarize with that. Please give me
Yes.
a minute, just a minute.
Okay.
Hello, I'm back. I will start sharing this screen now. Hello guys. Hello.
Multiple screen. Okay. It's
Well,
back to normal.
okay. The screen displays multiple, like a continuation. If you're actually sharing the slide at the
Okay.
Zoom meeting itself, you start displaying multiple. I will work on form today. Let's put new file registration.html. Let's try to update our system. So I've added the link of the page. This is another list. I've added a new list to that, and inside the list you have the link used to link to another page. Sorry, the tag, which is an anchor. Here's the location of the file. Inside registration, I'll just type question mark, then I'll press enter. Everything is generated. I need to copy this one, this CSS here. So next thing to do is to copy the page like this. So I need to give this page a name, register. Let me give this one the heading, then dash registration. Okay. Let me display this one. Show preview. Okay. Control D here to hide the menu. So I don't like the color of this page. Background body. I would like it gray, but very dark blue. Too bad. What about the menu? I prefer the blue. So if you're working with color, you have to consider the items you're dealing with. So does the color fit each other? So you can see now that I'm using white, I have to look for something that is very, very sharp, very okay. I cannot use something like this on white, you see, or I'm not using a yellow color. Those are the things you have to consider very well. Something like this, and I said yellow is a very beautiful color. I want to use this and this. Even just looking at it is very You can see even this one like this. This color is actually, sorry, I don't know much about color. Even this color is not good on this. What I'll do is I'll get this color, not really black. Yeah, I'll get the Hoover color. For a Hoover on it, you can see. Wow, it's not nice actually. Now that we're done with that, let's go back to the registration. We're not there for that. Form. These are form elements. I told you the other time. If you look here, this particular attribute, this is an attribute. This is the value. Or the value is empty. We leave it like this. The action means who is going to, just like which script is going to process this form. That's the function of the action. But right now we don't have a processor. Nothing will process our script for now. So what we are going to do is leave the action empty. So next in line, I need the wrapper for each element. What you actually need to do is to draw. We need a user first name, last name, middle name. We need the gender. We also need click here to accept terms and conditions. Inside that terms and conditions, we also need link to terms as well. We also need just maybe type of number as well, or we just look for something to create. So for each source I just said, for example the first name, you need the wrapper for it, and the wrapper will be div like this. The wrapper is div. Let's call this one class form group, like a group of elements here. So the next thing we need is a label. So before, that is the ID of the input. You have first name. This first name is recognized by CSS and JavaScript, but when it comes to the ID is recognized by the front end. I need to put input. That's ID. You can see it has already generated the ID on this one. So the name is recognized, is what will be sent to the processor. ID is not sent along. So next is and if you look at this one, what exactly do you expect there? What we are expecting there is text. We want to input text like a string. This is our label. I want to put this one. I want to make it display on the line. Okay, don't worry, I don't need to go too far right now. So I will copy and paste this one, form group as well. What name do I want to give this one? Do not forget I said the 4 elements is used to tag. Sorry. Like this. Last name, first name. Let me put this one. Sorry, first name like this. I'll change this one to last name. last name like this. So I said this one, this for is connecting to ID. This for is connected to this one. So if you also have this ID, the same thing with something like this, it means that sorry, this first name you now put another one as stuff like this. You confuse your browser, but the browser will select just one, which is most likely this one. It's not even most likely to select the first one. So if you need to do something and you need to click on label, you need to click on label to perform the action. So it will select the first one. Just make sure you tag it to the right element. Guys, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. So the
Yes.
next one is middle name. Middle name. What next? We need country. We need select. Let's say we want to specify the country, the person's country. So that one, we need a list of countries. That's select country. For the first option like this option, we leave this one empty, or we just say select country. Option, now say Nigeria. If you look at all these stuffs, whenever you submit your form, this one, the form will check inside all the inputs inside your form. Anything that has name, even if it's a button that has name, this particular attribute within it, it will automatically send that particular element. And if you have value inside that same element, even if you have a button on its own does not usually have value, but you can put value in it and also a name, it will send it as part of the form. So the form will send this input, whatever you type here, which is this one, through this name. The form will send first name through this particular attribute as a text. So the same thing applies to this one. But when it comes to this particular one, the select tag, it will send the value, whatever is sent there, through this one, through the attribute name. But this one does not have any stuff does not have anything, any value. The value that will be selected is it will check this one. If you look at this attribute, this particular attribute here, inside option, you have empty here. It means that if you selected this one, does this one like this, whenever you submit your form, nothing will be sent. Sorry, though it's just name without with empty stuff. So like this, something like this. Let's put Congo. Ghana. Benin Republic. Let's put I don't normally see radio button inside a form, but we just demonstrate it. This input type is this is radio. That is the radio gender, and the value is I like putting value here. Okay, value is male. We need a key here. Who is going in and out? Hello, who was that? So here I'll put a male. And for the second one as well, I'll put female. Gender. What value do you want to put? Female. I'll put this one as male. Male radio. So something like this. Now let's try to submit our form. Like checkbox. So I will add the terms and sorry, I hope you accept the terms. I accept the terms and conditions of this service. So input as well. Input check. Sorry. Check. No. Well, let me show you a trick in this thing. Inside VS Code, once I just type input, not even not completed, you can see the list of stuffs. Let me just let it like this. It automatically generated all I need. I'll just put terms. Just put terms alone. Terms is all right. So you don't need value for this one. Automatically, this one is something like this. You select something. Once you select this one, the values I think the value is checked, which is true. If you didn't select it like this, the value there's nothing. The value will be empty. So I think the value is checked. So anytime you submit your form, it will be checked. I think checked. Is that true or checked? One of the two. The most important is that anytime it is selected, that means the value that will be sent will not be empty. So what we now say is label label for terms. I accept the terms and conditions of this service. So we want to link this one to our terms page, terms and conditions page, to X. Oh, sorry, something was separate. Terms and conditions. So something like this. You can see I can click this one within the text. That's why I said you can have the text inside, you can have many elements inside another element. This is a label. Look at this. This is a label. An anchor tag inside the label. So I'll just put add on a new file. Terms. HTML. I don't need to have anything inside there. I'll come back here. Terms. So now that we have this one, Ctrl B, go back to the original. The last for the form, we now add under form group as well. This will now be button. What type of button do we need? You can see I will also put a button there. Sometimes you put something like button. Some will say reset. It has been a very long time I saw the set button, but okay, maybe we should just also this show you what it does. It's been very, very long. ID. Okay, let me put class. Reset. So this one, so submit. What we'll now do now is who's that? Please turn off your mic. Please, your mic. Put it off. I don't know who that is. Okay. Let's say this one terms like this. Something like this. Now that we have our form like this, let me now go back and explain again. There are many elements inside the form. Here is just a few of them. Inside you also have a file. Maybe I should also include that as well. Picture. If you want to include the file, but a lot is associated to a picture. But for today, we just put paragraph. Photo. This will be photo, and this one I'll put file. You can see this one has automatically changed. For some input I put file. This is file. For this input, which means I want to be able to click on it and navigate an element from my PC. Something like this. I can easily select a piece, anything from my system. So anything I select, I can select JPEG, I can even select movies, SVG, ... But what I want you to know is that apart from making it free to select any item, you can also restrict which kind of item you want it to select, like accept, which is if you want it to accept all images, I think that has to be image like this, if I'm not mistaken. Let's select this. You can see it has filtered all the images here. Can you see? So let's now remove the filter here. This is called filter. This accept is called filter. You can see all my files, MKV, videos, MP3, HTML file. You can see many of them, which is not needed for a passport, even PDF. So I'll revert this back to normal, to images. And if you don't want to use something like images, you can also use something like full stop. If you want to really specify what you need, JPG dot again JPEG dot comma dot PNG dot dot dot. So if I go back there, if I select, you'll see that only these files are filtered, JPG and PNG. There's nothing like JPEG. Well, note that sometimes you find JPEG, but it's very rare. So what if I filter, I don't want PNG on the file selected. If you look at this one, these are PNG's files. I don't want PNG files. What I need is just JPEG. So look at this, just JPEG. So, don't be surprised if you see something. If you see some websites allow you to select just a set of files, this is how they filter out the items. So what we'll need to do here is to put okay, let's just do it something like this. Back to the form. If you look at the form again, I said in order to have a form, you want where people will input their data then submit it, you need a tag called form. So the tag has opening tag and closing tag. This is the closing tag. So after that, you need to have your elements. If you decide, you can decide to have just just the field alone, but will it make sense without having a placeholder? Sorry, a text indicating what your input actually stands for. If you look at this one as well, it also has a label. So apart from the label, we also have what is it called? We also have the container that is wrapping a section. For example, and this label and this one is the units inside the form, so I'm wrapping them as one, and that unit as well, I'm wrapping them. So inside this one as well, you can see that there are many type of files I also use. There's this file, I also use input again type text. This one allows you to select a file, this one allows you to input text. Let's now input number. Let's say we have a number as well. Okay, sorry, this one is country. So let's say we have a number field, number, okay, age, not age actually, date of birth. See, be careful if you are accepting, if you are building a form, you don't accept the person's age, you accept the person's date of birth, or you accept a range of dates of birth dates, so that if you accept age, in the next 2 years the person's age will surely change. Probably the person was 7 years 11 months 20 days today. In the next 2 weeks the person is actually 12 years. So be mindful if you are accepting, if you are designing form, not to accept number as age. Just select dot. Just accept date of birth. So in here, instead of me accepting text, I will put dates like this. This is date. You can see it has also changed as well. You can use input to do so many things. Sometimes there's no time here, but some browsers or JavaScript will allow you to tweak this one so that you're able to select time as well, but not all the time. Time is compatible with, I'm not sure if time is even compatible with most browsers, with any browser. What they normally do is JavaScript. You can use JavaScript to tweak anything in your front end. So you can just check that out. Just check MSDN. You can see MSDN reference. I just hovered my mouse on it, and if I click on MSDN reference, this one wants to open an external link. Let's check. So here is the MSDN link. You can see owned by Mozilla. It is the reference, that is documentation for everything you do in HTML inside developer.mozilla.org. I am showing you something new today as well. Any documentation you need, I think even JavaScript as well, you find it here. HTML, you find it here. So if you look at this one, input, what is an input? It tell you is used to create interactive ... I cannot tell you that. You have inputs. Look at these types. You have the button. I've already done that, which is this checkbox. We've done that. Color. Not all browsers accept color. Date. You've just done this one. Date. Edit time. Looker. I don't know if this one will work here, but let's check it out. Okay, wow, it's working. Yeah. You can see I can select date as well as time at the same time, but that's not what I need here. So I'll go back here. You can see we have email as well, we have file, we have hidden. That means the form, the particular stuff will not show. We have an image. I've not used this one before. Input image. I've not used this one before. I've used this one. I've used this one. Phone number. We've used this one. This one as well. The reset. I've just shown you that. See, there are many of them. Just come here to check them out. So, what we now, I think we need, for the person to log in, we need H1. Sorry. H6. I'll just put the view or inside the div. I'm supposed to put span, but I don't need span. I need block element for this purpose of this tutorial. So I need another set of inputs as well, which is number of children. See, if you are designing a form, the form must not be too lengthy. This one is becoming too lengthy. You can either break it so that once they finish typing one, they can click on next to go to the next form. So I'll put number here. Children. NO of children. So here I need number. So here I need minimum of 0 and the maximum. You don't need maximum. You can also have maximum. So maximum of let's say the person cannot have more than 20 kids. Let's say 100 kids. Which other one? Let me also add under something here. I'll put length, max length here. The maximum length the person can type, which is let's say 30 characters, including space. So we need username and password as well. So I'll just put that as the last. As email. The type of this one will be email, and this one password. Once you put password, the text will not be visible any longer. So look at this. It will show us dot characters. And for this ones, so now if I type anything here, you can see that there are many items we've used select, and the number as well. The input also has a number. This one only allows you to have number. You can go up, come down like this. Look at this button inside the input. You've seen that before. You can also put one more step like this. If you click up, how many should you increase by? Like this one, if I just type up, you can just click on the up arrow. It is increasing by 2. Step, that is the function of step. You also put 0.1 there. But Charlie, you cannot have a 0.1 charge. You have the gender. You also use the radio button, and then lots of boxes. Now, I have already typed all these things. If I click on presets, you can see all the stuff inside. All the things I've selected will clear out. So look at this. If I click on this text like this particular text, you can see that this one is being selected. This is the function of this label here. You can see it said where is that label? Label for mail radio, and this one mail radio is, you also have another mail radio here, ID is as an ID inside mail radio button. So if you click on the text on its own, this one will work. So let's now assume I have something like this. I now disconnected it from that one, something like this. If I click on the text, you can see it will not do anything. I need to click on this one before it's done this. I'm clicking, it's not working. I need to click on the circle before I select that. So that's why you have to be very, very watchful. If I click on the text, this text again, you can see it's been selected. You can see this one as well. So let's now assume I've already done a lot of things. So if I reset, everything will go back to normal. Go back to initial value, including the file as well. Before we call it a day, look at this action. I've already told you the function before, and there is one other one, method. The function of this method is if you look at some websites, you find something like this parameter inside at the URL. You find something like email equals something like this .com. You find ampersand like this, first name equals @best dot. Anything, any more stuff you need an ampersand like this. So the it is actually it is not most of sometimes it comes from excuse me, it comes from method form, and the inside that form what is responsible for that is get. This get, you can either put it as a capital letter or small letter. So if I should submit this form like this, if I type anything here and I submit, you can see everything is submitted to this place. If I reset, let me go back one level. I can go back, sorry. But if I put post here, post means that put it somewhere hidden that people cannot see it. So if I have anything like this, I type something and I submit the form, it's no longer displaying here. It will be displaying inside it will be hidden from the user inside I think a cache inside the memory that will be sent across to the user to the script that will process it. If I click on submit now, submit. Oh sorry, email is complaining. So if I click on submit, the form is already submitted but nothing displays there. That is because we are using post. Because we are using image, we need one more file, one more attribute, which is M type. See, we need there are many types, but I normally use this one. This is the most important of all. Multi-part form data. If you are going to upload image, you must if you are going to upload a file, you must have this one in your form. If you don't have it, your file will not be uploaded at all. The name will be uploaded actually, but the content of that file will never be uploaded. That is why we normally have M type to submit. So next class we will format this particular form to look very beautiful, because like if you actually tell me to fill this one, I will most likely not fill it because it doesn't look appealing to me. So what we need to do next class is to modify the form. But if time permits, we can actually modify this one. I don't know if it's necessary. Probably once when we get to CSS, we can start working on our pages and beautify them. But for now, we can just leave it like this. The major purpose is for us to understand what form is. CSS is just for specification. Oh, I feel tired. Guys, do you enjoy the class? Did you enjoy today's class?
Yes,
Yes,
so
yes. I actually enjoy it.
yes.
Is
Thank you, sir.
there anything you find difficult?
Yeah, I have a question
Okay,
under the file.
okay.
There's some website in which if they will specify the size of the image as we putting in what way can we do that one?
Oh, yeah, I understand. That is not pertinent to what you are doing right now. You need JavaScript on the front end to work. Sometimes you need a particular dimension, maybe 15 pixel by 70 pixel. You need JavaScript front end to work with that. You can also need the cropper, which will help you crop the image when uploaded. You can't do that yet. It's out of this class scope. Does that answer your question?
Thank you, sir.
Any other question? I'll do best. Any question?
No question.
Timmy, any question?
No question, no.
So, your assignment before next class. Okay, Mustafa, any question? Please, someone should help me check if Mustafa is there. Guys, I just
It's there.
is there.
No question. No question.
Aha. It's yeah, that's one a warning. A warning from Google. We have 10 minutes left. Ha, 10 minutes left. I know it. I know it. Your assignment for next class, I'll just give you something very simple. The rest will be for you to check the function of model. You can check other elements as well. You can go to gigs for gigs as well. Let's put should do this. Should do. Sorry. Gigs for gigs. That's better. Oh, sorry. It doesn't want to open any external documents. You can actually go to Geeks for Geeks, or you come to this place, but this place is just too lengthy for you to read. But I will advise you, if you have the time, come to this place. You'll find a lot of documentation about this stuff, even examples on how to use them. And sometimes you find, I think, the outputs. Well, I don't know if it's actually Mozilla's website. So,
You mean the developer.mozilla.org?
yes, let me post it here
Okay.
inside the spot. I've posted it inside on WhatsApp. So the assignment will be to create a login page. It will contain username, email and password. You also put remember me and the submit form. So that will just be your assignment. See, I gave you guys the assignments to create a GitHub, then push your files. None of you have sent the link. That's not good enough. When are we going to submit that assignment?
I've actually done it. I thought to change the link during the class.
No, just send it to the group, your GitHub link. The link to the repo. Send it to the class. That's what's happening.
Okay.
I'll see it there.
Alright, thank you.
So that should be your assignments. Then you go through other input stuffs as well. You can go to Geeks. I said I wanted to show you something. Geeks for Geeks. Just go to form. Email. So, you should be able to follow up here. Here they will give you examples and how to use them. You can come here just not to search for them. Even if you don't understand, you can also go to YouTube to check other resources. Right now we'll call it a day because our time is fast spent and Google will soon kick us out. Do have a lovely day. Bye.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you.